Some thoughts leading into Pesach. How will we ever get out of this place? I imagine that that's what people thought when we were back in Egypt. The slavery was so hard, and it must have been challenging to think that one day in the future we'd be free people. And not only free people, but we wouldn't even be living in Egypt, we'd be living in Israel. As if anticipating the challenge of imagining freedom when we're sunk in the mire and the mud of slavery, the Haggadah opens with reassurance. With an incredible economy of words, very few words, the Halachma prayer takes us from here to there. It's as if the Haggadah hears what we're thinking, how we ever get out of this place, and tells us, I know you have your doubts, but things are going to be okay. Halachma anya, this is the bread of affliction which our ancestors ate in the land of Egypt. Kol dichfin, all who are hungry, let them come and eat. All who are needy, let them come and celebrate Passover with us. Hashata hacha, now we're here. L'shana haba'ah, next year we'll be in the land of Israel. Hashata avdei. Now we're slaves, but next year we're going to be free. It's an amazing summary of what happens at a Seder. Think about it. It's slavery, come and eat, next year in Jerusalem. That's the Seder. The rest is commentary. I especially love the repetition in the middle of the word all. All who are hungry, let them come and eat. All who are needy, let them come and celebrate Passover with us. There's something incredibly generous about wanting to include everybody in our redemption. If you want to be part of our meal of celebration, you're welcome. If you're making your own meal but you need some help making sure there's enough to eat, we've got you covered with Ma'ot Chitim. This prayer is a call to be alert to every need, all of the things that people need, and to try to address those, the physical needs, the emotional needs, the spiritual needs. We want to make sure that everybody makes it with us from Egypt to Jerusalem. That's what's been, I have to say, remarkable about watching our shul and the Jewish community and our wider community's response to the coronavirus. We are managing to keep our eye on all. The Emunah groups that we launched this week so that we can check in on one another, that's so we can all go together. All of these Zoom sessions are ways of bringing us together. The private phone calls that you make, the deliveries, the food, all of this says, Kol dichfin, all who are hungry. The dedicated health professionals, the police and fire people, cashiers, stock people, and essential businesses, they're also all saying, Kol dichfin, we're going through this together. We don't run out of Egypt just worrying about ourselves. We go, just like Moshe said to Paro, with our young and our old, with our sons and our daughters. I usually think about Kol Dichfin as helping other people celebrate, like a reminder to me, I need to think about other people. But this year I'm also thinking that we should be checking in with ourselves because we're also part of the all. What are my needs? What are the ways that I can be generous with myself as moods change, as my hair grows longer than I'd like it, as Zoom calls lose their luster, as the cracks begin to show? Kol Dichfin includes every one of us. There's a poem by John O'Donohue that's a meditation, I think, on getting through challenging times and being able to imagine ourselves getting to the other side and being generous with ourselves. Here's what he writes. This is the time to be slow. Lie low to the wall until the bitter weather passes. Try as best you can not to let the wire brush of doubt scrape from your heart all sense of yourself and your hesitant light. If you remain generous, time will come good, and you will find your feet again on fresh pastures of promise, where the air will be kind and blushed with beginning. As we sit down to our starim, I hope that we can hold on to hope that the arc of the Haggadah will be the arc of our lives. We're going to go from slavery to freedom, from Egypt to Israel. We're going from the narrow places to the better times ahead. So get ready for your seders. Take out your puppets and your masks and your frogs. Get ready to play the nut game in your house. Eat some good dessert before the afikomen. Impersonate the goat and the cat and the stick and the fire when you sing Chad Gadya. Tell those corny jokes that your aunts and uncles tell every single year. debate the relative merits of straight strikes versus Manischewitz matzah. Everything, all, take it all with you. Take everyone with you, because this year we are leaving Egypt together. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Kasher V'Sameach. I wish everyone a really sweet and kosher and wonderful, wonderful Pesach. Now we are going to some more music with Brian.